Okay, so we are starting the Red Camera Basics lesson. So I totally understand it if this is not your thing and you want to be here, but if you do, let's kind of try to focus so we all have the chance to work on it. Okay, so here's our Red. We have two versions. Basically, they look the same. You can tell the 8K version has a red side handle, and this one has a black. Other than that, they're basically the same thing. So if we want to start with this, we got to take the plate off. So this tripod head, if you loosen it on the right, there's a red pin. It slides right off. It has two of the 3/8 inch nuts on the back, and you just put these in the two slots. What must every DP have in his or her pocket?
Quarter.
Yeah, why a quarter? Is it to tip somebody?
It fits the screw size perfectly.
Yeah, so I have a quarter in my pocket, and then it's perfect for tightening the screws at the bottom. So always keep a quarter. You can use a key, but it's not as ideal. My tripod head's best to slide from the back. So you slide in until it clicks, and then you tighten the right. Okay, so to continue, Daniel, what would you do next?
I would usually check the sort of bubble that's on the tripod.
If we're ready to shoot, but let's say it's already balanced, or we're going to be moving the camera later, to start the setup, what do we do next? Anybody?
I put a battery in it.
Yeah, we've got a power. So there's two ways to get power for the camera. One is to use power right out of the wall. There's AC power, and then there's DC power, and we use the Anton Bauer battery systems, and they are gold mount. Gold mount means that there are 3 pins. I don't know if you can see this. 3 pins, and they simply, there's a gold mount battery plate on the back. It clips in. So if you want to see this again, there's the release right here. So if you push down, it pops out. To put it in, you put the 3 pins in like this and click to the right. When it clicks, it's in. Now it's ready. If I didn't want to use battery, if I'm trying to save it, I can plug this into a stinger, and then this port right here at the bottom right is where the power plugs in for direct current. Okay, so that's how we do that. Okay, some things that oftentimes, by the way, if we're filming for several hours and the battery's starting to run low, and I want to swap batteries, how do I do that without having to shut the camera down?
Do a hot swap.
Do a hot swap. What is a hot swap?
You plug in the camera so that way you have like power, and then you just swap out the cameras.
Yeah, so if I put power in, now I can release the battery without having to shut the camera down, and then put a new battery on, and then pull the power out. That's a hot swap.
Although it depends on the circumstances, like sometimes there may be places where you aren't able to link the stinger to the camera to leave it on while swapping batteries. Like, let's say if you're filming outdoors in the woods or in an open desert, there's not exactly
Yeah, I
going
mean,
to be
there
a
are
place
times
to.
when, you're right, there are times when if you don't have power that you do have to shut down. If you shut down, then what happens? What must you do? Why is it important to try to keep the camera going? Yeah.
You have to re-jam the slate.
Yeah, so remember, the audio and the video are two separate devices, and to sync them, we jam audio. We sync time code. So if you shut one down, you then have to re-jam. So ideally, we try to keep it going so we don't have to re-jam. We have battery systems that can power lots of things. And so we will often charge batteries when we're in the field. We also can power the camera so we can do a hot swap. So I don't know if you've seen that yet, but we're going to be doing that a lot with Gold Fever when we shoot. I often also, before I power up, I like to clean the camera. I will get the lens with a torpedo, and then I also get the two air ports, and it sucks in air to cool. So I often encourage the camera to be clean. Okay, now we have power. We're ready to go. This button on the right here, this red button is the power button. You press and hold it for just a couple of seconds, and now the computer's booting up. I can hear, if I'm close, I can hear that the fans are spinning. If you watch the monitor, it will take a little while, but eventually the red symbol will show up and we'll know that the camera's booting up. We have to wait until it does. One of the reasons why we don't want to shut down, because it's a time consuming process. It will take a while to reboot. I can hear it just now go into a faster mode. We're seeing it. Yep, we're seeing the red symbol. By the way, whose job is it to keep track of the lens covers? And in our projects, who is that person? The DP. And so Jason's very good about always having the lenses. Marty's been bad because Marty just taken a lens cover home. We had a really, really good DP in the past. His name was Derek. And Derek used to, every single shoot, take one home. And eventually I made him buy me another set. Are we getting a signal yet? So we do have a signal. So let's go through some of the things on the menu. So come closer, because you might not be able to see. What?
Is there a way to adjust this track?
Yes. You can click, hold it. And that one, click that one. That top one. The top one. Yeah. And we should be able to raise it up. There.
Just couldn't see
That one's. And now you have to adjust. You've done that. This is something you're going to have to do. So you will loosen this, hit the bubble there. Now you're good to go. Okay, so the menu. We're going to go from left to right at the top. The first one is the frame rate. Right now it's set to 2398. What does that mean? Someone tell me.
Frame rates per second.
Yeah, but tell me why 2398?
24 frames per second is kind of the standard.
24 frames per second is standard for film. 30 is for video or television. We are trying to simulate movies as much as we can, so we have 24. 2398 is because over long periods of time, there's actually a couple places where it doesn't not put in a frame, but it makes it a little more like a flicker. We can change this frame rate. So if I touch the button, I can go and do it, one frame, so almost like a time lapse per second. And at this, I can go as high as 100 and almost 101 frames per second.
So that's basically slow motion.
6K. Yeah, slow motion. So this camera in 4K can do, I think it's 900 frames per second. So I can see a hummingbird's wings in slow motion. So It's kind of cool. But for us, we're gonna leave it at 2398. Right here. So,
Mr. Grant?
Yeah,
Isn't 30 frames per second also used in film as well? Because if I'm not mistaken, there have been a couple of films to shoot on 30 frame rates per second, such as the Hobbit trilogy, which also used red cameras, albeit more older red cameras.
I don't know of anyone who shoots film at 30, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I know sometimes they do interlace and they'll shoot at 60 frames per second. But for us, we're going to be shooting at 24 frames or 2398. Okay, the next thing, if we want to adjust the exposure, if I'm going to show this right now, I'm filming Angel. What might you say is not ideal about this image of Angel?
Blue's
Yeah.
too bright.
Okay, so first let's deal with the focus. So I can, now focus is not an issue, but maybe, yeah, I would say it's a little too intense, too bright. So the first way, you always go with the f-stop. On the lens itself, can you see it on that side? You can. Right now, we're set to a 4. And I would want to probably close it more to, say, 8, or no, like a 5, 6. And that looks better. You're actually opening and closing the lens to let more light in. Some things to think about, though, when you open up a lens, essentially you have it at, goes to 2.1, where you are allowing as much light in. You have a very shallow depth of field. So if Angel's in focus, someone standing right behind Angel could be completely blurry because there's this very shallow depth of field. The higher the number you go, the deeper it gets. But right now, if I'm at 5, 6, if I take it to, say, 22, it looks dark. So you have to add a lot more light, or you have to do other things to, if you want deeper focus. But let's say we're keeping at 5.6. Some of the other things you can do is the next button on the top. It's the ISO. It's essentially adjusting the light. So if I go to lower numbers, so this goes to 250, essentially it's making it darker, or I can go up and make it incredibly bright. I can go at 12,800, in which case I could then close down the f-stop, and so where I'm really making it small, and now someone all the way back to the curtain would be just as in focus as Angel is right there, if that makes sense. So if you're playing with that, when we do the Steadicam, a lot of times we want a little deeper focus, because if the actors are getting too close or too far, it's not a whole big focus issue. So that's to think about that. We like to often shoot between 5, 6, and 4. So we're going to change the ISO. I like to keep the ISO. My go-to is 800. If you start to go too high or too low, you can have issues in post. We're going to talk about that later, but that's what that number is. This is the shutter speed, and we want the shutter speed. You really shouldn't adjust that because it affects the look of the film. You want it twice your frame rate. So we are at 24 frames per second, so we're 1/48. If we go to 30, it would be 1/60, but don't adjust it because it messes things up. It keeps it very simple. The next thing is the Kelvin. Someone tell me what the Kelvin is.
I'm guessing the Kelvin is. I mean, the ISO is also the lighting, but I believe Kelvin is.
Well, then if you don't know, someone who knows, yeah.
Is it the temperature?
It's the temperature. So we're at 4,200 right here. If I went higher, you can see that it gets
Warmer.
warmer. And if I actually, it's supposed to be warmer if you go 32. Daylight balanced. So that has a more blue look. If you're shooting outside, you might go to 32. If you go in with tungsten lights, you might go a little higher. So what's nice about red is it shoots in RAW, so it captures all colors. You do not need to worry about this. This is just for the monitor. You can change any color later in post because it records the entire spectrum. The next thing up here is the format that you're filming. So right now we have this in 6K widescreen. We can go in 6K 2x1, just standard 6K 6x9, but we can go into 5K, 4K, I can go all the way down to a 2K. Why would I want to shoot, if this camera can shoot in 6K, why would I want to shoot in 4K or, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I mean, you can try a look. I mean, you can even record in 4x3. So if you wanted to shoot in black and white and have 4x3, you can make it look like an older film. You can do that. I don't know why you would shoot in a lower resolution necessarily, but.
I mean, you could use the lower resolution to achieve like a specific look of the film. Like it could be an artistic choice. Like I would say, like if I were to shoot a movie with a red camera, I would shoot at the maximum frame possible, but not on widescreen because I feel like widescreen for me is a little leaves out a lot of details compared to have you seen The Dark Knight?
Yeah, okay, well, I think we're confusing some things. So the widescreen is essentially allowing you to have a wider screen, and it puts bars on the top and the bottom. Its standard is 16:9, so if you just say 6K. I like to shoot in the highest resolution, 6K for this camera or 8K for the other. The problem is that the memory that you use is a lot more. So when we shoot 6K widescreen, on a day of shooting, I will often have 600-700 gigabytes. We shot on Saturday, Gold Fever, for 4 hours, we shot 1 terabyte. So it is something to think about. So also, the resolution is always better if you think, oh, I'm only going to project this at 4K, I'll record in 4K. The problem with that is that I often want to punch in. So if I film an MCU and then later I want a close-up, I can do that if I shoot with a higher resolution, and you can't. If I shot something with this Sony, I can't punch in or it starts to get grainy or pixelated or whatever. So the higher resolution gives you better quality in post. Plus, our goal oftentimes is to show our films on a 90-foot wide, 60-foot wide screen. And when you start blowing up an image really large, you'll start to see every little problem with it if you shoot in a lower resolution. So anyways, you can acquire a look, you can make something look old or whatever in post-production. It's usually better to shoot in a higher resolution. Just know that you're going to use more memory. One of the things you can do is when we shoot Gold Fever, we shoot in a 6:1 ratio. And for our class projects, for the sake of my budget, we shoot in an 8:1. That's a compression ratio. The larger the number, it makes the files smaller. So still a super high resolution, but it doesn't use as much memory. So that's one thing. Okay, let's go into the menu, which is this top right one. There are a lot of things here. A couple of the things that you'll need to know is, first, if you're going to turn off the camera, we go to power and we hit shutdown. That's where you do it. We don't hold the button, we power down there. If we don't want to do that, we can go back in the menu, and if we can go into settings or all these different things. One thing that you're going to need to know is media, and if we go to device, we can format the media. I don't want to format it right now because I want to show you some things talking about the camera itself, but you can never, ever, ever format the media without telling me first. I'm the one who copies files, and so sometimes, I've told you the nightmare, right? Didn't I tell you that story? This is what someone did. Oh yeah, I'm gonna format the card. And I hit format, and we lost everything that we shot. So don't do this without me, but this is where you'll do it. So I'm gonna close that for now. So the menu will take us. Some things that you can see in the bottom of the menu. This is the camera and the play button. So if I hit this, it will come up to the videos that are there. This is the last thing that we shot. So I can push play, I can scroll through it if we want. This is just a handshake, so not anything exciting. I'm gonna go into something different. Here is David Butterfield dying, I think. So if I wanted to scroll through, here's something that we shot, and you can see the image, you can see anything that has been saved on the card, you can see the spectrogram, so how much light it was used. As we're playing it, the camera has a scratch track, so you can see the audio meters right here. So all of that, and you can see the time code right there. So you can go back and check things that has been recorded before you formatted the card. So that's all there. If we push this button again, we go back to the camera's current image. Here, right here, this says that there's an 89% left on the red mag. That's the red mag is this card right here. You can't remove it while the camera's on, but that's there. It's saying that we have 89%. On the battery, it says we have 88%, and so that's all the information on the control. A couple buttons on the side that are really important. When focusing, I'm going to focus on Jared. So this bottom button right here is the edging, and then this is the magnification. So actually it's tough to show you while someone, Jared, would you mind sitting on the couch over here? Just push all those pillows out of the way or whatever. Awesome. Okay, so if we were filming right now, Jared's out of focus, looks terrible. So what I would do is put on edging, and you think, oh, the image has gone black, but what it does is it shows you what's in focus by the edges. So I will then try to find focus, and when I start to see edges, okay, there we see, and we go by your subject's eyes. So right there, it looks like Jared's in focus. And then another thing that you can always do is essentially zoom in, except that these lenses are prime lenses, they're not zoom lenses, so I can't. So you can essentially use magnify on the top button, and it will essentially push in tight on Jared. I want to frame it so that I see his eyes. And then I also can put the edging on, and then I can get it so that It's really, we know that he's in focus, so I can take magnify off and take edging off, and I know that Jared is perfectly in focus.
If you don't want to zoom in that close, is that what the up and down arrows are for then?
No, that's not, no,
Oh,
that's brightness.
oh, all right.
Yeah. So that's how we'll focus. Some other
I
things
have
I
a
wanted.
question, Mr. Grant.
Yeah.
So, let's say like, hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Lost the zoom.
I'm getting a signal. You can.
Oh, there you are. There you are. So I'm curious as to like, let's say if I were to shoot a film and I wanted like to shoot a fast-paced scene, like obviously there would be a little bit of out of focus moments. Like, how would you manage the fast movements while keeping the objects in focus?
Okay, let's talk about a couple different things. This is a film-making camera. And we have also the Canon C400s. And the Canon C400s, we filmed a couple basketball games recently and a volleyball game and things where there's fast motion. Also super low light situations. All that can be great. Though that camera is kind of made for that type of thing. This is not. So you're talking about focus. The Canon C400s, which you've probably used already if you're in Tim's class, they have autofocus, and so the camera will focus for you and try to keep up with the subject and adjust focus. We never, ever, ever use autofocus on a film set. Everything is done manually. And one of the things we're going to talk to today is the basics about manual focusing. So even in a movie with an action scene in it, all focus is pulled manually. So just to let you know, there's a difference between the RED camera, which is meant for movies, and cameras like the Canon C400s, which are great, but they're kind of with a different function in mind. Some people can make movies with those, but they will have a different look and the procedures are different. But even still, I would say turn off, make it a manual focus instead of autofocus. I would change the frame rate and things like that. So for the sake of our class and making movies, we pull focus manually, always. So let's see. So some other things. To hit record, you can either hit the button on the right, the red button, or if you look here on the front left, there's also a red button. Either of them will start the recording and stop the recording. So, yeah. A couple things I want you to know. What are these that I'm holding on to right here? No one knows what these are called? What? No. Rails. So they simply, there's a plate that bolts onto the bottom. They're not fiberglass, they're carbide, and very, very lightweight. You can see just how light they are, but they're incredibly strong. And they come in different lengths. We found that this works well for us for the lenses that we have, but we hang things on these. So there's a variety of things. When we're shooting outside, we have a matte box that slides on that will surround the lens so we can keep lens flares to a minimum. What else have you seen us put on the lens so far? The rails. Yeah, so we have a remote follow focus. It will slide on, grip on to this, there's little teeth, it fits in there, and then Marty Daniel can be in the other room watching a monitor and can pull focus from a distance. That system, the nucleus, has 3 motors. So you can do up to 3 different things at the same time. One of them is this one, which is the focus ring. Does anyone know what this ring is? I was doing something earlier to change the light.
Iris?
Yeah, so this adjusts the f-stop. So it controls the aperture of the lens. So why would you change an aperture mid-shot? Why do you need to be able to do that? Yeah.
Like if you're going from inside out.
Yeah, so if you are in a house, you might need to have it really open, so you're getting as much light as you can, and then close it down when you go outside, because now suddenly it's super bright because of the sun. So that indoor to outdoor shot, there's somebody who's adjusting the aperture, the f-stop mid-take. Now, these are prime lenses. Someone tell me what a prime lens is.
One that can't zoom?
I'm guessing a prime lens is a lens that enhances the field of vision of the camera. Like currently it's at 75 lens, so which means it'll be zoomed in more on these subjects.
You're right, but you're not explaining it very well. You're right though. So, and you were right too, Phil. This is a 75 millimeter, which we don't like to use as often. Santi would have never take it off the camera if it were up to him. This is one focal length. I have a 20, so do the Canons. I have a 24 to 105 instead of a 75. That means I can zoom out to a 24 and have something be very wide, or I can zoom in to 105 and have it be much tighter, more zoomed in. So that's a zoom lens. There's another ring on a zoom lens, which that third motor can change the zoom per take. So if you want to start at a medium close up, and then as you back up, zoom in or whatever, or change, a third person can have another controller and change the zoom. We almost never use it because I almost never put a zoom lens on one of the Reds. This summer we're shooting Gold Fever, where we're shooting up in the Sierras on a river. We want a lot of very stylistic shots of the mountains, and we are going to shoot with a 300 to 900 zoom lens. Not done much, but occasionally. And so we might be adjusting focus and zoom at the same time. So anyways, everything sits on the rails. And so they actually clamp on and then attached to the lens. Let me show you one thing that we do. If we don't use the remote follow focus, we can use just a follow focus. Now you can, I was already adjusting the zoom as we were going, but we can have the focus ring, which makes it so much easier to do. So what this does is it attaches to the rails, and then the ring will attach to the lens so that as we are operating, we can adjust the focus on the side. And this is good. Not only is it easier, more convenient, more comfortable to do it on the side, but also there's a white marker. So I can say, for example, if I was filming L, I might say, okay, there's focus on L, and if I was going wide enough, which I'm not because of this lens, I might change the focus and then get Steven in the shot. And Steven's closer, and so I can go in between. So, in fact, let's do this. you guys can't see. Come, how about, no. The two of you go stand over here. John and Phil, will you stand here? John, stand in front, Phil, stand in the back. And John, come as close as you can. And Phil, can you go a little to, yeah, okay. So you can see this could be a shot that we would do in film. So we might say right there, Phil's in focus, and there, I think John's too close with this lens. I am going to, no, I am going to do a lens swap. Let's do a lens swap. So this is something that you should know if you're going to be a first AC. So we're going to pull the focus away. We're going to put the lens on. Will you get me the 35 out of the case, which is right here? Okay, so the lenses have this collar which tighten them in. So we loosen it by going to the left. When, come over here. So you're going to install. So when I say go, you're going to hand the plate to me. There's a pin right here that releases the lens. So if I push that, I can release the lens. So go, I take this. You take the red dot and put it on the top and turn to the right till it clicks. When it clicks, you tighten the collar. That's ready to go. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, I do not release the lens until John says, got it. Then if I want to put the focus back on, I will release it, slide it back over until it's there, tighten it, and then I'm ready to go. Okay, so we had a 75 on before, and now you can see how much wider it is with the two of them here. So if I want to do a focus, I might think, okay, so here John's in focus, and then I turn, John's there's Phil. So I could mark the two spots so that I can go back and forth between John and Phil, and I would know that wherever you have it. So I don't have to worry about it. I can go quickly from one to the other because they're marked on the frame. So this makes it very convenient to pull focus.
You use like an expo.
Yeah, dry erase pen. And at the end of the day, you're supposed to remove it because it can get harder to remove later, like these. But anyways, and you can also have stops so that you don't even have to look at something. You can be looking at the monitor and click, you can go right to one to the other. So these can move so that they will stop, if that makes sense. So you can, this is very adjustable for pulling focus. So, I don't, can you think of other things? Oh, let's talk about all of these ports down here. So we never use them, but there is a headphone port right there because it is recording a scratch audio. Remember, we don't use this audio because there's handling noise, there's fan noise, it's farther away, but it's so helpful for editing, for it to record audio. So there it is there. We have the sync port. What's the sync port for? Audio people should know this.
Jam the camera.
Yeah, so when we go from the F8 and generate the time code, we jam it to the slate, and then the slate will come over and that little thing will plug into the sync port. So if you are on the camera crew, if you are the DP, the first AC, second AC will hand that to you so you can jam time code, but that's the sync port. This is the SDI cable and the HDMI cable for monitors so that it mirrors what's on the screen. And here's for the DC power we need to plug in. I don't know.
That's some like the knobs on the side.
So this is to release the plate so that if the camera is loose right here, if I push this, I can move it back and forth on the tripod. It won't go off so that it's a safety, but you want to tighten on this side. This here tightens it. So now it won't go forward and back. This one is for tilt, if you want to tilt. One of the things that I like, there's tension on it. So if you go to 0 and you release it, it's super loose. If you go to 1, there's a little bit more. 2 is even more. And if you go to 3, you're kind of having to kind of lift and push. I don't like that, but it's the operator's opinion. I'd rather keep it on 1 and have the ability to have a little bit of control, but that's just an opinion. The same thing goes here too. So this is panning, it's on 1, but you can have it on 3, and it's a lot harder to pan. I tend to like 1 or sometimes even 0, but it's just, but this, if you want to lock down the pan, yeah, that's it. So, anyways, I don't know. Any other questions on any other buttons or what?
What about like right here?
This is, yeah, I wouldn't touch it. This just needs to stay tight all the time. Yeah. The ones you need to worry about is this is for tilting, and then the tension on panning and tilting. And they vary. Some of the tripods are slightly different. So I can tell already that camera, there's a big mistake. There's a big problem with that. Can anyone see? Yeah.
How do I fix that?
Yeah, okay, so that's what's specific about these, and you're gonna have to learn that. There's a bubble here that tells you that you're not in line. If you loosen this one and hold the camera, you can now adjust it until it's the bubble's in the circle, tighten it, and now we know that. And if I were to adjust, move a leg down, now it's out, and we now have to readjust this again until the bubble's in the middle, and then tighten. Does that make sense? So, I want to test you on a few things. Since Elle is just sitting there, Elle will be our subject. So, I want you to frame her so that it looks good. I want the camera to be balanced, and I want her to be in focus. Does that make sense? Who wants to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Frame L in focus. Okay, you got to start with some other things. So, yeah, and I adjusted the legs. You can adjust those, or you can balance it there, whatever works for you. I wouldn't try to balance that way. I would eyeball what is level and then lock it. When you feel like it looks that way, now check the bubble and then loosen that until it's in the middle. All right. Okay. So first thing I would do is put her eyes in the middle of the frame. No, the higher one. Oh, eyes, because you're gonna zoom in essentially. So her eyes should be in the middle. You're not,
Oh, like in the middle, like
Yeah.
right here. Oh, okay.
right? Okay. Now, how do you zoom? How do you magnify?
See, on the side of it?
Yeah, top one.
Top one?
Yep. So hold it and then just give it a second, and now suddenly it'll be super close. Now I would put the edging on, the bottom one.
Okay.
Okay. Now focus until closer, closer. The chairs are in focus. You want to see her eyes. Yep, there. Now we're looking. That's looking better.
And then just hold.
Yep, now you can magnify off. And what if I said, you know what, she's a little too dark, so please adjust to give her more light.
The aperture? Or the-
Yep, how do you adjust the aperture?
I can't remember if it's on the side or if it's.
No, that's the ISO. We don't want to do the ISO, we want to adjust the aperture. It's at 5.6 right now, I think we should go to 4 or aperture's on the lens.
Oh, okay. All right. So you just adjusted
Yeah.
this. Okay.
See that? Yeah,
To which one you said?
let's try 4. Take it to 4.
Okay.
Okay, looks better. Let's go to 3.5. You're going the wrong way. 3.5. Okay, now look at it. You think that looks better?
A little right.
Okay, take it back down to 4 then. Okay. All right, now let's frame her how she should be. She's facing that direction, so where would you put?
She's.
Think of what's the rule of thirds. The camera's even set up to make you think of the rule of thirds. So where should she be? There you go. Good. That's perfect. I think it's perfect, perfectly in focus, perfectly framed, good to go. Okay. All right, who wants to go next?
All right, I'll go.
You can go that way.
Sorry.
How you get?
Okay.
And then we go to,
Can you even see what's happening?
not really.
Wait, no. What are you trying to do?
Focus.
Okay, how do you adjust focus now? Yes. Okay, but before you do that, you want to do what?
I don't remember.
You want to magnify.
Oh, magnify. So it's the top one?
Yep. Okay, now you can get it close. Once you're close, now hit the edging. And now you can, yeah, you were looking at her face. Yep, right, you passed it, right there.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Now if you back, you get both of those out. Okay, now frame her correctly.
Okay.
No, I'm not happy with that.
Oh,
I actually, there, I think Steven's your subject.
oh,
That's okay. Here's where I would put it.
okay.
I would put it right there.
Oh, all right.
And then if it was a take, I would probably float with her as things happen. If she suddenly stood up, I would tilt for it.
Yeah. Okay.
But
The rule of third is her eyes are on the upper third and on the left or right third.
Okay.
And if we wanted a tighter shot, we would either change lenses or truck forward,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So. No. You're doing two things at one time.
Okay.
First thing you're trying to do is get the camera level,
Okay.
right? So you loosen
So-
that, so now you're looking,
For the dot to be in.
then,
That looks good.
yep, then tighten it down, tight, you're loosening,
There we go.
okay? Now
I look for it.
you
Look with my
just,
hand
you
on-
just took it out of, you didn't tighten it.
Oh, I didn't tighten.
Loosen it, and then you gotta crank down on it to get it.
There we go.
Nice and tight. Now, if you're gonna tilt, you have to loosen the button.
Loosen this thing again?
No, that's balancing. Now you're gonna tilt.
Oh,
That's
that's
tension.
That's tension. This is tilt.
That's
Or
for panning. No,
Yeah.
it's that's it. So if you loosen that, now you can tilt.
Oh, and then I should do the.
Did you lock it?
No.
No, that's the wrong one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, okay. But I personally, for focusing, I would first put her right in the middle.
Okay, so focus before
Yeah.
you position.
But, yeah,
Okay,
So-
and then hit the
magnify.
magnify.
Oh, you just hit it one time.
Yeah.
Now focus. No, you gotta get it close before the magnify. So now you focus
Focus with this or
No.
with the lens?
the lens, but there's something that, how do you focus the lens now? Follow focus,
Oh. So that's
yes.
that looks worse. So it's like that.
So you get it close, and now you turn edging on. Okay. And you want it to focus right on her face.
Would I use this again for that?
Uh-huh, yep. That's her face. All we care about is, especially your eyes. There we go.
Like that. And then turn it off.
Yep. Let's turn magnify off. Okay. Now you have to frame her so that
He's on the rule, the access for.
you can't tilt without
Yeah.
releasing.
Do that.
Yep,
Like that.
yep. Looks good.
All right. Anything else?
No, looks good.
All right. Thank you.
Who else wants to do it? Yeah.
Wait, this. There we go. And then to just to tilt this one, right?
Yeah, but you're going the wrong way.
Wait, how do I take it out of? Is it
No, it's not in those.
It's not. It's just really dark.
Yeah.
Got it.
Why is it really dark?
Because
Yeah, now look at the image.
there we
You
go.
were at a 4. You're now at a 4.
I'm at
Okay.
Four
No, you're
now.
at a 4. That's good.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing.
So, okay, probably need to. And then it's this button.
That's edging. That's magnifying. So now you want to focus. No.
Oh, focus first before edging.
Getting it close. Now when you're close, now you can magnify. And she's making it tough because she's not showing your face. No,
It's like there.
it's all about her face. framer.
You
Yep,
like that?
that's it. Good, all right.
And then just the person's face goes on those intersections, right?
What?
The intersections, for like the rule of thirds, it's
Yep.
just on the intersections.
Yep. Aye. Okay. Someone who left it all screwed up for you, so what first? Nope, nope. What are you trying to do first? First step. Yeah, so you gotta loosen that. And then balance so the camera's in the bubble. Tighten, you gotta tighten that one really tight. Okay? Then it's really dark. Why do you think it's really dark?
Stop down.
Yeah, so go look, where is it? It's at 22. Okay, you're at 2.1. Now you want to frame her so that you can focus. No. It's the one above it. Okay, now you want to focus till you get it close. No, no, no. And then when you're there, now do the edging. Now frame her correctly. You can do either one, but she is looking to her left, so that's the more normal framing. Good. Do you want to go next? Okay. All right, let me screw it up for you. Perfect, well done. Okay, first step is what?
Move the
Balance the camera. So you're trying to get it even in the bubble. So the only way you can do that is by loosening that handle. That's a weird way to go in one of these larger openings. Once it's loose, then you should be able to move the camera. Is it loose?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
So you want to look at the bubble. The bubble should be in the middle of that circle. Tilt back.
To the side.
It's awfully loose. So now try it. Get it there. Okay. All right. So now you're looking at the floor. So you want to tilt up.
It's this one.
Yep. Wrong. Yep. Forward. Yep. You should be able to tilt up. It's weird though. It's all black. There's no light. What can you do?
It's
No.
Oh,
That's focus. Right now, you want to change, right now, no light is coming into the lens. How do you open up the lens?
is it something on this side?
Mm-hmm. You can do it on either side, but I'm looking at it right now. Right now, the lens is closed down. We want to open it up.
With one of these?
No, that's focus.
Um,
F-stop is on the lens itself.
oh,
So see how it's at right now? It's at 22. We want to open it up to at least 4, 2.8.
this?
No? It's on the lens. You're gonna
Oh, on the,
be this ring right here.
so I just like,
Yep.
oh,
Move it and you'll see suddenly you're starting to see an image.
oh.
Take it all the way to 4. Can you see it? Can you see it?
What can I see? If it's...
Look where your hand is. See right now, see the little arrow right there?
Mhm. Oh, okay.
So you're at 4. There you go. That's a good, all right. So now you want to tilt it so that she's in the middle, right smack in the middle, and then lock it off. Okay. No, you're wrong way. Backwards. Okay. Now you want to zoom in, and so zoom is on the top button on the monitor.
Okay.
Push. No. On the
Oh,
side.
oh,
Yeah,
right.
that's what. You push that. Give it a second, and suddenly it will magnify. Now what you'll do is now you want to zoom. I mean, you want to focus until she's close. Going. Okay, we're really close. Okay, now what you can do is put on the edging, which is the bottom button, and now continue to focus until you see her face really clearly. There you go. Yeah, good. You want to take both those buttons off? Good. Now you want to frame her. So right now she's right in the middle. You want her in, think of the rule of thirds. So she's now on the left third, but she's not in the upper third. It's all about her eyes.
No, it was
No, that's balance. That's
Oh,
tilting.
right.
So you loosen it, and you should be able to tilt down until her eyes are on that line. That's it, right there. That's how most directors will have you frame that. Look good?
Oh, okay, thank you.
Uh-huh, sure. Did you want to go? Okay. I'm going to make it really difficult for you.
Oh, yay.
Okay. Once you balance, I'm going to give you something different to do. Okay, so first step is balance.
Is it left or right to tighten?
It's left. Okay. Now it's dark. Why is it so dark? You should be on this side of the camera.
I should be right here.
So it's so dark. Yeah.
This, it's all the way
So it's adjusted to take 4. Okay, now your subject is Stephen, and I want an MCU.
medium close-up.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it this one?
Yeah, to tilt, yes. Stephen is your subject. Okay, but I'm asking for an MCU.
Correct.
What does an MCU stand for?
Medium close-up.
Okay, is that an MCU of Stephen?
No, I need to zoom in.
There's no zoom on this
There's no
camera.
zoom?
So what
Okay.
must you do? This is trickier than anyone else had to do. What? It can be, or it can be something else.
Is it anything to do with the
It has
controls
nothing
up
to do
here?
with any controls that I've shown you so far.
Okay. Yeah, do I truck it?
Yep,
Or-
truck it
okay.
forward, so truck it until you, until, yep.
I said that Stephen looked like that.
Okay, good.
It's shoulders up, right? Like kind of around, not
Yeah.
shoulders, but around the
That, this is an MCU here, so,
Tripod to get the cord.
yeah, you wanna tilt, lift. So I'm gonna go forwards. There we go. Okay, so I'm giving you, now the director's throwing a loop. I want this to be eye level. You're gonna need assistance. So Phil is your first AC.
Phil, can you help me lower the tripod?
Yes.
Go down a ways, you got a ways to go. And a nice way of doing this is do a circle, so you can both let go. You can go like,
Oh,
Oh, okay.
so,
bring this all the
is
way.
that too low?
That feels a little
Yeah.
low, yeah.
Not bad, we'll just leave it there for now. Okay,
Dang, I'm really
Now-
not short.
focus.
That's up.
No,
Am I using this? Okay.
Yep. So the best thing to do is magnify.
Which is at the
Top-
top,
top
or
one.
bottom?
You only push it once, and it does it. Now you focus till it's close, then you use edging.
I will see you all tomorrow. Okay.
Now use edging.
Focusing on his eyes, right?
Yes. Once Steven's in focus, then you just take them both off.
Right around there, right?
What?
Is that good? Right
Yeah.
around.
It's all about his eyes. Okay, now you'll see you want him, think of the rule of thirds when framing Steven.
That or
Yeah, the eyes right on the line,
right on the line?
and then that's right in the middle. And Steven's looking at the camera, so you can keep him in the middle, but if, let's say, Stephen was talking to Jeremiah, now how would you frame it?
Nope.
Yep. That's it right there. That's it. You're good to go. Has everyone done it? Oh, you wanna go? Okay,
I wanna try after Angel.
okay.
Steve still has to try too.
Do you guys think it could be on the?
Okay, you have to, do Phil.
Where did everybody
And I want
go?
this to be a medium shot. So, let's frame,
Should we raise the tripod? Or you want it from this?
from right where it is.
Oh, okay, okay.
First thing you gotta do is get the camera basically level. I feel that you might need to go up, so I did one leg, but you might adjust the other two. When you do that, you always wanna hold the camera with one hand.
Oh,
So I'll do one leg. I would loosen
Yeah,
one
you-
leg
okay.
and then lift it,
Okay.
lock it, and it still has one leg that needs to be done, so you hold it.
My shirt cloth.
Just lift it, yeah.
Okay, from here.
Sits down, then you lock it. Now, it's not certainly not gonna be level, so you have to adjust it in the bubble.
Wait, lift. Yeah.
Only a little bit. Now you To move it.
Okay, so right
Yep.
here.
Yep. So loosen
Am I going the right?
No.
Frick.
Okay, I want a close-up of Phil, so is that a close-up?
Oh, you got it? Yeah, I got it.
But you're worrying about focus, and that's not the framing
Right.
I want. I want a close-up.
So
Phil's got pretty eyes. We want to shoot those pretty
this
eyes.
is yeah, the zoom was on this one.
That's focus.
Wait. Oh, right.
This is not a zoom lens, so what do we have to do?
Oh, I keep forgetting about that. You hold from here, right?
Uh-huh.
And from the bottom here.
Yeah. Okay, what are you doing right now? Trucking. Yep.
Right, yeah.
That's kind of a medium MCU. We want to go close-up.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Closer? Wait, is that?
So what do you need to do?
Closer? Like,
That's a medium right now. Maybe, wait. So what do you need to do? I don't think we can get any closer, so what do we need to do? Yeah,
Lens swap.
lens swap. Okay, so first of all, if you're gonna do a lens swap, you wanna release this so that, right here, so that you can slide this out. We gotta get the cap, lens cap on, and then you say to John, hey, get off your butt. I need let's try the 75. Okay, remember when you're gonna do a lens swap, you loosen the collar,
oh, color face.
and then you wait. There's a pin here, you're gonna release that and turn. And then you're gonna hand.
So it's this is locking it. This is how.
Okay, so John will come, and when you release that, you'll turn it counterclockwise, yep. And then quickly. And you hold off, and then we'll hand it back to.
Got it.
Now frame. Way better. Okay, now, let's. No, this is what we want to close up. Tilt up, and then, yeah. So, it's way too dark. So lock it so that it doesn't fall. You were touching the right one. No, you're going the wrong way.
Oh, this way.
And now, how can you make the image have more light? Yes, but it's not that. It's the lens f-stop. So right now it's at about a 5, when we can make it a 2.1. Yep. No, yeah, it's inner one. Yep.
Oh, you said 2 p.m.
Yeah. So that's looking good, right? Better. And if you still want more light, you can hit ISO, and we can take it to 1,000 or 1,200. So there's really good. Now let's frame him so his eyes are in the middle. You're gonna have to tilt up.
Oh,
You're tightening. Yep. Okay. Now tighten and magnify. Top one. So wait. As soon as it magnifies, now you will focus. No. Focus. It's got to be closed before the.
Oh, sure.
Okay, now use the edging.
Okay.
Yep. there. That's it. Take them both off. Now, he's looking right at the camera, so if he's looking someplace else, let's have you look at Jeremiah. Okay, so how would you frame that? Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, that's absolutely well done. All right, so you're balanced, you're framed right, good lighting, all of that. Okay, who else? Someone else wanted to go?
Yeah, this is my first time handling the camera, so
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. But
Angel, can you go sit on the couch? Okay, so I want you to frame Angel from this distance, but I want it to be a high angle. So you're gonna need help. Someone gonna help? We need help. We want the camera to go up higher. So together you unlock, someone's gotta hold the camera. Hold the handles, and lift the handle up above. Now you're gonna lift it all the way up, keep going, all the way, keep going. Lock. Okay. And you may need.
Is that an okay angle for you?
I'm
Apple
too
box.
short for this.
Okay, so you want to tilt down. So which knob?
This needs to be screwed loose first, right?
Okay, is it balanced? I can't tell. Look at the bubble. Is it close?
Close to what?
You've got your finger covering. There's a bubble inside. It looks pretty good. I wouldn't bother with that. So you need to now tilt down, because right now you're looking at the white wall. Wait, you want to tilt down. So the tilt is here. Hold the camera. Oh, yeah, the handle that there. Tilt down, put Angel right in the middle, right? And then come up a little bit more. Okay, now tighten that. Okay, so now you want to get the focus closer. So I would focus, get it close. Going. Okay, now we can do the magnify. That's the top button. No. That one. You just touched that one. Yep. You'll give it a second, and you'll see that suddenly it's really close. Now you have a pretty good focus. Hit the bottom button, and that does edging. So now focus until Angel's eyes are in focus. There, that's it right there. So now you take both the top one and the bottom one off. And okay, now what's wrong with this image? What don't you like about this?
I think his head is a little rough. Or his head is the top of his head is a little higher than it maybe should.
Okay, that's framing. One thing I would say is it seems way too bright. So if we want to close the lens down, we go to the f-stop, this one right here. Let's take it down to say 4. That looks better. Now let's frame Angel perfectly. So if you think the head is too low, then you would loosen that one the other way. Oh, yep. Now you can tilt. Remember that you want the eyes on the upper third, right on that line. This is the upper third line. Good. Now you can pan. Looks like Angel's looking in this direction. So right, a little more. That's it. That looks great. That's how I would frame it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else going?
I wish I could give it a go, but currently I'm not here.
Nope. You're not
Mr.
here.
Grant?
You don't get a shot.
Could
All right. So
Could I probably try tomorrow?
let me show one other thing for those of you who want to know. Come over here. This is unique. So if we go to menu, if we go to media, device, format media, this is going to erase the card. Now, the way we've been doing
in film, we have, this is our B camera and we have an A camera. So we're gonna wanna call it the A camera, so we'll push A. Oops. Yeah. Nice. Format media. I want this to be A, and we want this to be ones, AA001. So format media, it's gonna erase them, it's gonna ask to make sure we hit format, and it is now 100% open. Now if you look at the SSD card, it's 100%. We're now getting down to 44% on the battery, and we don't like to go much below 40. So let's say we're gonna power down. Instead of doing, we're done for the day. So we'll go to menu, power, shut down. It asks you, and you say shut down. It is now turning off the camera. It takes a few seconds. You'll hear the fan go off, and the screen will go off. We have now properly shut down. Okay, now we're not done. We have to, can you grab the lens cap, Angel, and put that on? We want to loosen up the follow focus so we can pull it off, and then we will release here so we can slide it off. This will go in the green case here. Just like that. We will want to pull the battery and put it in the battery case. The pin to release is right here, so I push this, pops right off. We have the battery down, we'll go in that case. Who has not done a lens swap? Who wants to practice this? Anyone? Okay, we like to keep the 35 on here, so you want to grab the 35 out of the case. Let's get 2 people who want to try this. This is a lens swap. So we're using the DZO lenses. You remember where you? Oh.
It's
This should not be on the 35. This is it. Got it. Okay. So who's your partner? You doing it?
Did you want it? Okay.
Okay.
Are you,
2 people have to do it.
yeah, so I wanna do it is, are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you start off by releasing the collar counterclockwise. This is the collar. Yep. Counterclockwise, you're going, there we go. Once it's done, now there's a release. Push that in firmly, wait, don't hold when you push that in, turn the lens until it releases. But you gotta push that button. Okay? Yep. Now hold it.
Yep.
You gotta quickly put this on, this quickly goes on this one. Okay? Now you match up the red dot. And then spin it until it clicks. Now, the collar, we're good to go. We're done. That goes big end down in the open slot in the case. Okay. Now, if we're going to remove the camera, what do we do?
Is it loosening this?
That's part of it. So if you loosen that, that'll get it so it can slide on the tray. Right. So you got to hold the camera because if you
Hold it like this, or
push it down and then you can slide it out. Okay. Got it? All right. Now, you're not done. This is what Tim does all the time. Tim screws this part up all the time. You have to remove the plate. So you need your quarter.
right.
So what I like to do is hold it upside down.
Okay.
Like this, and then
order these? Would it
Counterclockwise.
generally be a two-person job for this part?
Yeah, it's nice to do it with,
Yeah, 'cause I couldn't imagine like holding that with one hand while trying.
I do it all the time, but just, all you do is one turn, wait,
Just-
one,
just like that?
yeah, you've gone too far.
Oh,
So loosen, now loosen that one,
just like one full turn?
Yep.
Like that?
and then you can just do one spin at a time. Do too much and it's not. Okay, and then that slides back on, and then you have to tighten it back down. Good.
Do these have to be in a certain position?
No, as long as the plate's over. Okay, this simply goes in the bag.